Welcome back to the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Radio Show with Cleve Loveland and Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, the Lone Ranger. Hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful Saturday to be out thinking about buying or selling a home, working around the yard. If you have any questions for us, give us a call here. You can always reach me at 407-250-9144 if you have a question for us on the air, or you can reach Cleve Loveland at 407-352-8118, or go to WeBringYouHome.com if you'd like to apply for a mortgage or ask any questions. Cleve, what do you think about what's going on in the market right now and how we can help more people become homeowners? What do you think one of the main topics is?
First thing is stop buying $1,400 iPhones and having $300 a month cell phone bills. That's one start, and then not $500, $700 car lease payments. But I think they got to talk to you, Bruce, and then see what they qualify for, and then it's saving the down payment. And that can be a gift from their parents, gift from a relative, gift from anybody, really. Right?
Well, not anybody. You have to be an immediate family member in order to give a gift, and it has to be a gift. It cannot be a loan. Yeah. Right? But there's gifts available. And here's the way I look at it. So many of our typical demographic for you and I on this show are mature people. Okay? Yep. Generally well established. Yep. Okay? Not everybody, but generally well established, yep. Right? Higher income, some are retired, yep. but that's our demographic. We know that they're sitting on a pile of cash right now that they're going to leave in an inheritance for their children and grandchildren. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're listening to me out there right now, and you're like, you probably know it. You might not like it, but you probably know it. And you might have a family member that's probably going to end up with some of your jack that may not be the most responsible person in the world. We can fix that problem. I love helping.
Get them into a house, yeah.
So listen, you can give them a gift. We can help them with the down payment, and they will never spend your inheritance on a Boston Whaler, a Harley Davidson, or a George Foreman grill.
Or an F-250, yep.
Or an F-250. Why don't we get them going in the right direction? I'm committed to helping more first-time home buyers. But I want to say something else, because you and I have a very special program that there is no state program that assists this segment of the market, and there's no federal program that assists them. And that is our law enforcement, first responders, healthcare workers, and educators. Yep. So we have a program called Homeownership Made Easy. And you get about $2,500 off your closing costs when it comes to your mortgage. And then Cleve, when you enter into this program and you're using Cleve as a buyer's agent or a listing agent, you can get additional closing costs, $1,000, even $1,500. That puts about $3,000 to $4,000 extra in your pocket to defray some costs. The main thing is to
get out there and see what you can get. And normally, I mean, so if they're not a veteran, Bruce, they're going to need, probably 3.5% down.
3.5%, then your closing costs
are about another 2%, but sometimes you can get the seller to pay those. Depends on what it is. But the main thing is to start saving that and to get into that.
Well, you got a tax refund coming up next month.
That too.
If the government's got any money to give you.
Yeah.
They're going to give you a tax refund. But let's just put this in perspective. Right now, if you were to rent a 3 or a 4 bedroom, 3-bath home, your rent's going to be $2,500, $2,200 to $2,500 a month, right? Yep. I can get you into a brand new 3.2 right now, no problem, or you can, but $325.
Yeah.
You know what your payment is, including principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and mortgage insurance, with only putting 3.5% down? You know what your payment's going to be?
About $2,300.
$2,300 a month.
Yep.
So you got the same payment that you're going to pay in rent, but you own.
Yeah.
And you'll probably make $50,000 a year.
In appreciation.
In appreciation, okay? Why wouldn't you do that? It makes no sense not to own a home, you guys.
And real quick, I want to talk to the landlords out there, Bruce, and this is how I can make you a landlord, too. You've been in the house for a couple of years, and we talk about your Leapfrog program you came up with. And it's just basic, sound real estate advice. Instead of scrounging and scraping and emptying your 401k to put 25% down on a rental property, have your first investment property, or attending seminars you got to pay $3-4 for to sit in a hotel ballroom for a weekend.
And we
talk
see
to people that don't live here
all the time.
And don't own a bunch of houses. You don't have to pay anything for this. Just rent your old house.
Rent the one you're in now.
Rent the one you're in and buy your new one.
Buy your new one.
And it's
then
the
you
simplest
can put
way.
down 5%.
Yeah, and then you move to your next primary, putting down 5%.
And you just leapfrog from one to another.
So, and we helped a lot of people do that last year, and we created some landlords, and they're loving it.
Oh my gosh.
They're terrified.
Had so much success with folks this year. And if you want to talk to people that have been through our program before, we can introduce you to them. They'll take your call. They'll share with you. But we got a lot of folks that have been through our Leapfrog program that are really amassing some serious wealth.
The main thing about this is, I'm not saying I know people, there's very few, but I know people that flip homes and they make money in real estate, but they are in it full time. We've got full-time jobs.
They have a crew to do it. They are
they put out 100 offers a month, 200 offers a month. They might buy a couple homes a year, maybe, and they're getting hard to find. This is taking the house you're in. You know it. You know it's in great shape. You got a low interest rate on it. Your interest rate's probably in the 3s.
Because you bought it owner-occupied.
Not in the 4s. And you know the house. And you move on from that one. You keep renting it out.
You go up a little bit each time.
But there's rent. You make money a bunch of different ways. You make it on the appreciation when you do finally sell it, hopefully 20 years from now when you're retiring. You make money on the cash flow. Your rent is $2,500. Your mortgage payment might only be $2,000 or $1,800. You also have the tenant paying down your mortgage.
Right. So you're not even paying it down.
There are certain tax breaks if your income's below $150 a year, and it lowers your tax bracket. It just compounds.
So my program will show you how over a 20-year period of time you'll own 5 homes. You only put down a maximum of 5%. You will have all 5 properties paid for. You will have about $2.5 to $3 million worth of free and clear property minimum, and that's only at a 3% appreciation rate, not 20. Okay, yep. 3% appreciation rate. Your houses will be paid off in about 20 years. You'll have $2.5 to $3 million worth of free and clear property, making you $15,000 to $25,000 a month in rental income. Who doesn't want to retire like that? And you don't have to be a professional landlord. You can do it yourself, or you can hire Cleve to manage your properties for you. He'll manage your properties for you. Call Cleve at 407-352-8118, 407-352-8118, or call Bruce Woodburn first. Get yourself pre-approved for your financing so that he can make a rock-solid offer for you and negotiate a great deal. You can call me at 407-250-9144. That's 407-250-9144. Or go to my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. Something else I want to talk to you about, Cleve, and that is, this is the time of year that you better have filed for homestead exemption if you bought your home in 2021. Right? If you didn't file for homestead exemption, your taxes are going to go up and you are going to get a nasty surprise.
Yeah.
Okay? So you have to file for homestead exemption right away. If you need help on that or guidance, just let us know. We'll be happy to guide you in the right direction. But here's something else. A lot of folks went out and bought new construction and closed in 2021, right? So, and a lot of the lenders, I don't do this. I estimate high on taxes when I'm helping a client, but most lenders want to make it look better than it is for you. So you're buying a $400,000 home and your taxes that they're collecting are $150 a month. Do you think that's reasonable?
No.
No, it's not reasonable because your taxes are going to be $350, $400 a month.
So then they get a letter.
So they get a letter in November, okay, or December from the tax collector saying, your escrow balance is short. Send us a check for $4,000 or your payments are going to go up $350 a month.
Actually, they'll go up more than that because they need to collect that plus be ready for next year.
Now they got to be ready for next year.
It's going to jump up $700
so
or $800
it's going to go up. So if that happened to you, you need to stop everything and write my phone number down because we've got to fix this problem now and for the future, and I can help you do that. 407-250-9144, 407-250-9144. Now, we can also help them get rid of their private mortgage insurance if they've got enough equity.
Well, that's what you're helping people do when you're refinancing them, right?
That's right. So we help them. Now, we're looking at still 15-year mortgages are still in the high 2s, right?
That's incredible.
So, so 15-year are fantastic. If you can swing a little higher payment, I'll show you how to become debt-free and retire with no debt. If you are not shopping for your homeowner's insurance every year, you are probably getting gouged somehow by your insurance company. So I know the great insurance companies. I'll refer you to somebody that I like and trust, people that my insurance went up $2,000.
Wow.
Just this year alone. $2,000 it went up on my house this year.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. So I've been back out reshopping it. I'm talking to my friend Damien right now, and he's going to get me a better price. But don't forget to file homestead exemption, and do it now. Don't wait around, because I'm going to tell you something. You are going to get a nasty surprise if you don't fix that problem right now. And if you're considering buying or refinancing, please call me as soon as possible, because rates are going to go up. Powell has already stated he's going to raise interest rates 3 times minimum this year, and he's going to have to in order to curb inflation. So you're going to get higher rates. You have higher inflation. Everything is going to cost you more money. If we want to save money now, do it now. Don't be the guy that calls me in September and goes, I've been listening to you every week for 3 years, and I keep forgetting to call you. Do it now. Call me right now, 407-250-9144. Or, even better still, refer a friend to me as well. I need you. You are my trusted clients. I am your trusted advisor. I need you to help me find more people that want to buy a home. Cleve and I will work like mad dogs to help a first-time home buyer get into a home. And Cleve, here's something that I want to talk about too, because you don't mention this a lot in our show, but it is a feature that you have that I think is exceptional. So when I'm out talking to realtors every day, because that's what I do all day long, that's where a lot of my business comes from real estate agents. What do you think real estate agents generally say? Well, you know what, Bruce, I'm not working with a lot of buyers. I'm just going after listings, because the philosophy in real estate is list to last, right? So now they want to just work listings, right? Because it's easier. You put a sign in the yard and you hope that Cleve Loveland comes around with a buyer and sells the property. But if you don't have somebody working with buyers, you have nobody to sell for the sellers. Right? So you work the buyers and the sellers.
Oh yeah, no, it's very important. Like, I have people call us, and in Central Florida, you can't kick a rock without hitting a realtor. We got. I mean,
they're around every corner.
They're everywhere.
And now there are mortgage guys around every corner too.
And
it's frightening.
If I have people call me saying, I've had an agent, but they're on vacation, they haven't called me back, or I've tried to get into this house for 3 days, I don't know where they're at. So we can represent you. And that's why I've got full-time agents in my office. I don't have agents that sell a house and disappear for 2 weeks because they got a paycheck.
Can you fire an agent that you hired as a listing agent? Like, what's the ramifications if I hired somebody and I look back and I'm not real happy with this agent?
When you list a house, what you want to make sure of is you have an easy exit listing. I always have an easy exit listing. I don't charge a cancellation fee.
Because if the client doesn't like you can go anywhere you want.
I've never had anybody say, Cleve, you're crazy, I'm going to fire you. I've had people say, wait a minute, we're going to rent the house. Wait a minute, we're going to wait another year. Wait a minute, something happened. I've had that happen. But I'm willing to spend my marketing dollars, spend my time on that house, spend all the money to get it active, and I've never charged somebody a cancellation fee. Now, and buyers, when you have somebody, if you're talking to a realtor and you tell them, I want you to help me find a house. Now, if they're not returning your calls, or they're working another job, they're not available, the house you keep calling on are already under contract, they're not showing you anything, you need to make a change. So
absolutely,
you want a good team helping you, call me at 407-352-8118.
Yep, and he will help you whether you're a buyer or a seller. You're going to get great representation. If you'd like to talk to the loan arranger, I can tell you there's not a lender around that has as many programs. I've got all the standard FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional programs. I have the best jumbo loan in the market. Best jumbo.
I was just going to ask you, how much time we got?
We got about a minute left.
Jumbo loans, over 650. So those homes
over
I was talking about,
647, that's
Lake Killarney, Winter Park, brand new, $1 million. That's going to be a jumbo loan with about 300,
Yep. Your typical jumbo loan is 20% down, and I've got amazing interest rates for you on that. But, we have a lot of folks that don't want to put 20% down. They have it. They don't want to spend it. But so I came up with a program. I can get you into a jumbo loan for only 3.5% down, up to $1.5 million, 3.5% down jumbo loan. And listen to this. No PMI, rates in the threes.
That's incredible.
No PMI, rates in the threes. So it'll slightly higher.
Sometimes PMI on that could be $500-600.
Oh my God. On a $1 million house, it'd probably be $750.
Yeah.
So if you can get it, because jumbo loans typically don't lend themselves to having people, they're luxury. So they figure, hey, if you're buying a luxury home, you're going to put down 20%. 407-250-9144. You want to talk about my jumbo products? I've got the best in the business. When we come back from the next break, we're going to talk about construction perm lending as well. back in 5 minutes with more of Cleve, Loveland, and the Loan Arranger.